All right, we're gonna run through 3 hands here real quick, and I got plenty more, but I hit a roadblock in my notes because I actually forget what I had for one of these hands and I didn't write it down. But so we'll just do 3 hands real quick and post this, and we'll get more out there later. Plus, you know, obviously I'm driving, so makes it tricky. But this first hand, it folds around to the small blind who limps in. Big blind folds. I am in the straddle, and I make it $8. Now, real quick, this is the online game where it's a 50-cent small blind, $1 big blind, and $2 straddle. So it plays like a 1-2 game. It's capped at 200. And so anyways, yep, I'm in the, like I say, I'm in the straddle. I make it $8 with Queen, Jack of Hearts. And so the flop comes down King of Hearts, Deuce of Spades, 6 of Hearts. So we actually have a pretty good flush draw here, the second nut flush draw. And small blind checks. I'm going to bet 12. And the small blind calls. The turn is the 8 of diamonds. And he checks. I bet $27 here. And he calls. The river is the 4 of clubs. And, well, we missed our flush draw. And as far as I can tell, there's no way to win this pot. Unless I decide to bluff here. And, which I do. And this is a crazy bluff, but I bet 150 all in. The opponent tanks for about as long as the internet will let him tank for. And I think he just timed out, honestly, and folded his hand. So we got this one through. I guarantee it wasn't the best hand, but we got him to fold to our bluff. Whew, thank God for that. All right, this next hand is from a live cash game. We're playing 1-3 at Potawatomi in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The cutoff opens to 15, and this is like a solid reg type guy. I'm gonna call in the small blind with pocket 6s. I have the 6 of clubs, 6 of spades. We're going heads up to a flop. I'm hoping to hit a set here. That would be really the only way. If I don't hit a set, I'm basically done with the hand. The flop comes down King of Spades, 6 of diamonds, Deuce of Spades. So, bingo, we hit our set. I'm thinking, finally, we're going to make some money. Like, this is great. I decide to check here because my hand doesn't really need protection, and I'm checking my entire range anyways from out of position, like, as the pre-flop caller. I think it's just, like, you know, just checking in flow, as they say, right? He checks it back, so I'm like, oh, damn, that's not the greatest news we could have gotten. The turn is the 5 of hearts, and I definitely am going to be betting here, so I bet 20. I think 20 is like, I mean, 20 could get ace-king to come along, maybe pocket queens would stay in, pocket aces could certainly, probably is going to want to keep going here. I think there's a lot of hands I'm targeting for value, and there's really, like, very little hands that I'm losing to here. And so, yeah, I bet my 20, and he raises to 50, so I'm a little bit interested in this, but I'm not concerned yet. It's so small, and I'm wondering if he's just like trying to bully me off of like a weak hand, even though I definitely don't have one here. So I'm thinking, like, I definitely gotta try to pile the money in now. This is where a friend told me I played this wrong, so I'd like to hear some other opinions. I raised to 200 here. This leaves me about 150 back. And so I don't know if this is a mistake or not. This is probably the most important hand that we talk about today. Maybe I shouldn't have even been in there with pocket 6s. I'm going to have to run the solver on that one. Remind me in the comments if you want to know what it says. Anyways, the opponent rips it all in. He is the effective stack. I think he has about 100 more after he calls, but he just rips it all in. I'm obviously going to snap call. I flick in just 1 chip, thinking we're going to be good. River is a brick, and he turns over pocket kings for top set. And we are losing a big one here. That was pretty much the worst possible case scenario there. So that was a big pot to be losing there. Yeah, so that one sucked. So, alright, what's this next hand here? Just do one more. Let's see here. I think we'll leave it at that for now. I'll just post some more hands later. I'm trying, my notes are messed up, and I have to try to remember what I had for one of these hands because I didn't even write down what I had. I try to write it down when it gets to me instead of like at the beginning of my notes, and then I just forget. So I should just probably write it at the beginning of my notes. Still getting used to taking notes on hands, but yeah, thanks for tuning in. Oh, we got through what, 2 or 3 hands in 5 minutes? It's not bad, I guess. We're getting better. But let me know what you think about that last hand. It was unfortunate, but I don't know if you can ever get away from that. Like, even a winning player, you know, like, is that a situation you can really walk away from? I mean, it's probably going in on the river, right? It's like, regardless, especially if the board pairs, like, I don't know. So that one kind of sucked, but it is what it is.